I thought I'd start this Yin Yoga class to give you a taste. Even though no one signed up for it, it's Monday, so happy Monday. So let's just get started. I just jumped on, I just thought of kind of getting some poses in for you to demonstrate. So just take a comfortable straddle pose, stretch the legs out just as wide as comfortable. And take your fingertips behind you, roll the shoulders back. Just kind of lift the heart ever so slightly. Press down through the sit bones, tilting the pelvic or pelvis forward slightly. Then as you exhale, take the hands forward and just slowly start to hinge from your hips. You can relax your legs. There's no alignment in the yin pose, so don't worry about flexing. You can wear socks, a hoodie. Just finding your edge, whether it's on hands or even up at the top, or maybe you're crawling down to elbows. Find your edge and then just relax your head and neck last. And just allow gravity to do all the work. So as you soften, all the tension around the joints, as you begin to slow down and soften and relax into the pose, think of coaxing your body into relaxing, just a little bit at a time, just a little bit more, a little deeper, and a little deeper. And we're not using any muscles in this class, so think of loosening the muscles or unsticking the muscles off of the bones as much as you can. It's very habitual to tighten or grip or hold the muscles in a pose in yoga. But in the yin practice, we're going more into the yin parts of the body, below the yang parts, which are the muscles, and more into the connective tissue, into the fascia that supports the joints. And in the yin practice, we work on the larger joints in the body, the hips, the shoulders, the knees, the spine. And I think of these as intersections. So sometimes the intersections can get jammed up, traffic jams, and then they can get a bit stuck without movement, without flow, without energy. So the more you relax, the deeper you go into the body, into the cellular structure. And if you close the eyes, and this is, I guess, the challenge of the practice of yin, is being able to remain still for about 2 to 5 minutes. And at any time, you can back out of the pose if you feel you're going too deep, or you can sink a little deeper. So just listening to the inner guidance, tuning in to the sensations in your body, and just paying attention to the louder sensations, just giving them some TLC, just acknowledging those sensations that are just a little louder. And as you settle into stillness and heaviness with gravity, you may feel your breath slowing down, your heart slowing down, the mind following. Because as the breath slows and as the body slows down, the mind will follow. And this becomes a deep meditative type practice to find that inner peace, that inner stillness and silence that is always there, just waiting for you to arrive. Getting out of the head, getting out of your day, out of your to-do list, and just being with yourself. Giving yourself this time out of your busy schedule to decompress, to relax and let go, to be inside your body, to go inwards. And on your next inhalation, we're going to slowly come out of the pose. So taking your time, the same way we went in. We're not rushing out of the pose. We're just easing our way up. And when you get up to the top, interlace your fingers and press the palms together. And going to the left, start to stir the pot. So just going around in a circular motion. Your pot doesn't have to be a big pot. It can be a small pot. So just closing the eyes if it helps to focus. And just adding a little bit of movement into the hips to create hydration and lubrication into the hip sockets. And just going a little deeper. So make your circles smooth and even. Just keeping the breath coming. And just a few more in this direction. Remember to relax your feet completely. Relax the soles of your feet. Feel the heaviness of your heels, your calves, your thighs. When you're ready, switch direction. Staying inside your body, feel each movement, moment to moment. Notice where the kinks are. Notice where you hold tension. See if you can give yourself permission to smooth out those kinks, those areas where you tend to be gripping or clenching. Keep stirring the pot. Feel the heaviness of your legs connected to the surface. Face is soft. Shoulders are relaxed. Don't worry about what it looks like, any of these poses on the outside. It's more about what you're feeling on the inside. Let's do 2 more in this direction. Find your rhythm. And 1 more. Good. And then coming back up to center. Take a nice deep breath in. Circle the arms up over your head. And as you exhale, interlace the fingers. Take another deep breath in. Stretch the hands up towards the ceiling. Stretch out your spine. And as you exhale, release the right hand to the right leg or foot. Grab what you can. Turn your left palm towards the earth. Just bending over that right leg. Find your edge again. And if you wish to rest your head, you can bend your elbows and let your head rest in your hands here. So think about being a rag doll. So very loose and limp. Notice where you're clenching again. Relax the legs. As long as you're feeling a side stretch, that's all that matters. And if you can't bend the elbows, just let your head hang loose. You can bend the top arm. Don't worry about alignment. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just make yourself comfortable. And just allow your body to relax into that stillness. Feel the breath moving through your body in certain areas. Feel the quality, the rhythm, the depth, or the sound of your breath. Allow gravity to slowly work on your body little by little. Just take a few more breaths here. From your toes to your temples, relax, decompress, just melting the fascia. Imagine the connective tissue or fascia in your body like a stick of butter in the warm sun. Where your attention goes, energy flows. And where energy flows, it creates more space. It heals the areas where you're focused on. So in your mind's eye, wherever those areas are, Place your attention maybe on your waist, on your ribs, on your hips, hamstrings. Just let your attention rest there until you feel a sense of ease. Then on your next inhalation, lift your left arm up to the sky and slowly lift yourself up out of the pose. And exhale, float your left hand back to the floor. Take a deep breath in, sweep both arms up. Exhale, interlace the fingers. Inhale, press the palms up to the ceiling, stretching up. Take that deep stretch in within your body, and then exhale, left hand to left leg or foot, right palm towards the earth, and just bend to the left. Find your edge, relax the top arm, relax your head. Rest your head in your hands if it feels good. If this is too deep, just hang here. Close the eyes. Feel into your edge, your wall of resistance. And it's better to go into a pose about 75% and not 100% instead of 100%. You want to give your body some space to ease into the pose and not force the body into the pose. Forcing anything into the pose is resistance. So allow the body to comfortably practice the art of ease and relaxation. So take this last minute to soften and melt and relax. Relax the feet and the toes, the lower legs, the upper legs, the buttocks, spine, shoulders, your neck. Just feel gravity slowly working on your body. Good, and on your next inhalation, slowly lift your right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, float it down. Good, lean back into your hands, roll off the sit bones, and just start to slide or shake your legs together, shaking them out. Good, and then sitting up, pull the flesh back from the buttocks so you can find your sit bones. And take a nice deep breath in again, sweep both arms up. We're just going to do a little flow here before we settle into the yin pose. So reach for my arms as you exhale. Just find your edge first. Play around with that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Feel the whole body, listening to where the edges are. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, slowly fold, softly land. Grab what you can and relax the head and neck last. Don't worry about alignment. Don't worry about flexibility. Don't worry about what it looks like. Just allow the whole body to be like a rag doll, allowing gravity to slowly work on your body. And just settle into that space in this downward facing pose. With the eyes closed, get a sense of sinking into that void behind your eyelids, into that infinite space that is there. And if you can hear the music, you're just listening to the music, awakening all of your senses. When the body and the mind gets quiet, you'll notice that the hearing switches on. You're able to hear the softest sound to the loudest sound in the room you're in, even outside the room. Without naming or labeling the sounds, just scan from sound to sound, relaxing the ears and the inner ears even more. You may begin to notice the sensations on your skin, the air, the temperature. You may begin to awaken the smells, the aromas in the air, With each breath in, again without naming or labeling, just tap into what the smells are. Smell, the sense of smell is very powerful. It's one of our most powerful senses. It can trigger memories, people, places, things, feelings, emotions. But without getting attached, just simply notice. Becoming aware of the taste in your mouth. And that infinite space behind your eyelids. It's important to remain still in the practice of yoga, so the body becomes more open. It's not doing as much. So it's coming into a state of non-doing. Activating your melatonin, which governs your sleep, relaxation. And on your next inhalation, we're slowly rolling up the spine, coming back up. Good. And then from here, cross the ankles, sitting cross-legged, sitting nice and tall. Take that deep breath in, sweep the arms up, and exhale, interlace the fingers. Take another deep breath in, stretch up, and stretch right, and hold here. Bend the elbows slightly if you wish. We're not going to be here for too long, just a couple of breaths. And inhale, come back up, and exhale over to the left. So feel your spine, each and every vertebra. Where can you soften a little bit more? Where are you clenching? Where do you hold tension? And just feel yourself animating in space. On your next inhalation, slowly come back up to the top, and then exhale, separate the arms and slowly fold over your legs. So we're working on the hips again. So taking your time to relax the upper body over the legs, wherever your edge is. Don't worry about flexibility. Just gently test your edge, your wall of resistance, without forcing or busting through it. See if you can lean a little bit into that wall of resistance, using the breath, using your attention, your focus, and then just soften like a stick of butter in the warm sun, like the snow melting outside these days in the bright warm sun. Just feel the back muscles softening and opening, the space between your shoulder blades, the low back, the sacrum bone, softening the hip creases. Let your head be heavy, relax the neck completely. We typically hold about 2 to 5 minutes in each yin pose. And the longest held poses can be up to 15 minutes with an intense practice. So the longer we hold, the deeper we go into the cellular structure, allowing for blood to flow through the joints, through those intersections, allowing the traffic to flow freely. Removing blockages, anything frozen or stuck or trapped. Good, and on your next inhalation, slowly roll the spine up lazily, coming up to the top. And then as you exhale, uncross the legs, bring the soles of the feet together closer to the top of your mat. So we're coming into the clam pose, not Baddha Konasana. So as you inhale, grab the shins or the knees, lengthen the spine, sitting nice and tall. And as you exhale, slowly begin to crease at your hips. Slide the hands down the shin bones just to your edge. Just feel it out. This is a very different stretch in your hips. So feel all those tendons activating around the hip sockets. And once you found your edge along the legs or the feet, just relax the head and neck last. Soften the shoulders. You can even let your feet fall apart. Don't worry about alignment. And then settle into stillness. Settle into silence. Into space. Into spaciousness within your body, within you and around you. Relax your belly completely. Relax the pelvic floor. This is a really good practice that complements the other classes, improving mobility, flexibility, range of motion, and that inner strength and support around the joints without tearing anything or pulling. So the yin parts of the body are more tight, they're congested, they're dense. So the yin is more dense. And energy can get trapped or stuck in that density. Just softening, the more you soften, the more you relax, the more you open, the more oxygen can get into the joints, bringing in healing, space. Good. And on your next inhalation, we're slowly coming up. So we're just going to do the hips today. Just as a demonstration, because it's just me. I hope you can join me next week. So sweep your right leg behind you, keeping the knee bent. Make a zigzag with your legs. We're coming into a modified pigeon on the left. So option 1 would be to fold over the thigh or the knee. Option 2 would be over the shin on the diagonal. So just feel it out. Back off if you need to. Relax the joints. Don't worry about flexing feet or alignment. Melt your way down. Find your edge, either on hands or elbows, or maybe making a pillow, resting your head completely. Wherever you're at, feel the body. Notice where you start gripping or holding or clenching. So it's a very mindful practice. It's a very much in your body practice. You have no choice but to listen and feel those sensations and pay attention to what's going on the inside. As stuck energy is released, it might bring up emotion or feeling or something that was kind of shoved away, tucked away into the hips, into the shoulders. Something that we just didn't want to deal with at the time. But tension in the body and trapped, stuck energy only leads to dis-ease. So just be kind to yourself and give yourself permission to allow those stuck emotions, if you wish, to release, to soften, to let go out of the body and bring in that new energy. So just another 30 seconds here, allowing gravity to work on your body, going a little deeper, sinking, feeling as if you're sinking or gently falling into yourself. Good. And on your next inhalation, we're slowly rising up. So just expect to work on the larger joints and expect to have a beautiful, peaceful sleep after a yin practice. So switch sides. It's one of my favorite practices. So bend both knees, modified pigeon on the right. So option one is to fold over the knee or the thigh, or if you wish to go deeper, on the diagonal over the shin. So relax the feet, relax your ankles, your knees, your hips. Ease your way into the pose, like you're easing your body into a hot bath. The big toe first, testing the waters, and easing the whole foot in slowly, feeling out the temperature, feeling the sensations. Then eventually, when the whole body's in the bath, just relaxing into that moment, into that space of nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to chase. Just be and breathe and relax. This is a good way to recharge your battery. Just like you would plug in your cell phone. This is how we recharge our batteries. Taking that time just to stop. So just a few more breaths here. Slow, soft, effortless breaths. Feel the space in your body that you've created and feel the breath more in the body now. Good. And on your next inhalation, we're slowly coming up. So it's not about the quantity of poses in a yin practice, it's about the quality of poses. So expect to do a lot less, but less is more. Good. And we're going to finish in the hero's pose. So sitting now on the heels, knees bent, palms turned up, close the eyes, relax the legs, relax your shoulders, soften the face. And we're just gently stretching at the knees here, and the ankles. And just simply observe anything that has shifted, physically, mentally, emotionally. And bring your palms together in front of your heart. I hope you get to watch this video if it's posted and join me for the next Yin Yoga class. Bow to yourself. Namaste. Thank you.